Church tells husband and wife to separate. Hey, now wow. And she say it is a Catholic evangelical ministry that told the husband to send her away. And when they came to the house, they were judging everything for in favor of the husband. This particular matter, if you want to watch the extensive video, I'll let you know where to go to watch it full. I'm just doing my own as a reaction because I cannot understand why a church would tell a man to send his wife away. They should not be in the same house. A lady who had 3 or 4 children for a man, and their little baby was. And then this woman narrated how the man would just stay. He won't give money, and her salary was just 50,000. 50,000 is about, let's say, about $35. Let's just use that as a benchmark, or as let's use that to project. So this guy will not bring any money to the house. She will be the one fending for all her 4 children. Yes, she mentioned it that there were 4 children, and she had a little baby. So this man was the man came to tell her that he has lost his job. At some point, this man, she got a job. She had to resign her work. That her proprietress, because she's a teacher, the proprietress of the school where she was teaching will have to bring foodstuff from her own house to bring to her so that she can feed her family. And then one day she decided to meet the proprietress and asked her for a raise, like they should increase her salary. And the woman said they won't be able to increase her salary because the children in the school, their school fee is still the same, and parents are not ready to increase school fees, so they won't be able to increase her salary. And that's how this woman was still fending for these children. So one time she got a job in another school where the pay would be a little bit better, but the transportation would have eaten up into the money. And then she reached out to a friend, if a former schoolmate of hers, and discussed everything with her. And the lady said it was okay, she could come stay in her house. So she reaches out to this man who has by this time left the house to go squat with his own friend, as he told her, because we don't know if he rented the house there and stayed there with another woman. That's me, my own reservation. I'm not putting it out there to say that's what he did. He now said, the woman calls him to say, oh, this is a situation of things. I've decided to go squat with my friend. Since your church say we cannot be in the same house, you come stay with the children while I go squat with my friend and work and bring in the money, since you say you've lost your job. And prior to this time, the wife said he was working and was not still bringing money home. And then she will go early to the she'll go early to school. And this man will go out 2 weeks and work and come back on the Friday of the second week, and yet he won't still bring back money. So she was wondering to herself, what's going on? And then the man now told her that the boss had not paid them. So she now decided that okay, let her go and see if call the boss to see if the boss will pay. And this man still, when she came back, she told the man that, oh, she called the boss and told the boss everything, that things have been very tough. If he can just help them pay the husband so that they can find something to eat. And the boss gave her 20,000 naira, knowing fully well that the 20,000 naira was not even the money that this man had told the wife that the boss was owing. And she believed so well that the boss was not owing the husband. The man was probably lying, but she felt, since she is close to the boss and the boss comes to their house and they go to the boss's house, she called the boss and told the boss everything. The boss now sent her 20,000. On reaching the house, she told the guy was like, why will you call the boss? This and that. And now, because the guy brought it to the court, because this story is on the justice court, you can go watch it. And this guy now said, okay, that since she made that call, she's dating the guy, that the guy is the father of the children, which the man had said that he went to do paternity test. I don't know how you didn't have money to feed your family, but you had money to go and do paternity test that is not DNA, that is not very cheap. Meaning that each child, he spent like 400, because the least DNA you can make is 400k. So he spent like 1.800 plus, that's 800 plus 800, that's 1.6 million. That's what he spent to do paternity test for 4 children, right? Okay, no problem. So let us believe that he actually did the paternity test. He said, oh, the children are his, because at first he was accusing the lady of extramarital affairs, that she's dating the man, that's why she was bold enough to call the man. And then she's saying that if not that armed robbers attacked her, and or let's say one chance, the armed robbers anyway attacked her and took over her phone, she would have been able to print out every detail of, she would have called the man to say, see what this guy who is your staff is accusing me of. And then the guy now printed out some responses she gave to his messages of threats and all of that. And then this man prints out only the lady's responses without printing out his own. You see how people can be very funny, like how people can be so funny that when they want to go to court, the court says that he that comes to equity must come with clean hands. So you go to equity with dirty hands by not printing out your own, because you were the one that put out this statement and she was responding to the statement. So why did you do that if you knew very well that your conscience was clear? Another thing she mentioned is that the church brought this Catholic Evangelical Ministry, so they brought a Sienna and packed her and her children back to the village. So now, in the quest for her to get, she told the husband to come pick the children so that she can fend for herself, because it's obvious this guy wants to just. And the funny thing, one of the things that pained me in all of this, that shocked me, or rather that even made me believe that there are some men that nobody should even marry. They should just be walking the earth. Nobody should ever marry them, because they are very unkind. And you see these men who don't take care of their family, if you see the way they take care of outsiders, you'll be saying, oh, such a kind man, but you won't know what is going on back home. So this lady says that as she kept her children in the house and told the man to come stay with them while she goes to take that job and be working, that this man did not come that first day. She called the children. He didn't come to stay with his children. The second day, he didn't come. So me, in my mind, I'm wondering, how were they able, because even though the judge did not ask her those questions, how were the kids able to fend for themselves? If the daughter is maybe, let's say, 10 years, 15 years, and she was able to cook, how were they able to have their bath, go to school? So now, you see one thing about divorce. One thing about divorce or separation is the children that bear the brunt. Is the children that go through all the horror. Is the children that get the trauma. Is the children that go through all of this. This is to say that if you know that you are going into a marriage and you know that this man says he loves you, love is very okay. And you see, there's one thing that a man does not have, and he's saying, okay, when I have, we'll share. Because I believe that even if a man does not have money and he can share his 5,000 with you, then you can deal with such a man, like you can partner with such a man to grow your wealth, to grow into a family. But never go into a marriage where from the beginning the man has shown you that he cannot buy anything for you, he can't fend for you, he cannot do anything for the family, even with children. This man did not come to visit these children. The first week past, he did not come. The woman said, okay, if a man who has his children cannot come for his children to take care of them, since the church say don't stay under the same roof. But why would churches even go to this extent? Why you see, when people say, oh, religion, this, that, I don't blame them, because they have seen too many things that some churches do. How can you tell a woman not to be with her husband? They should not be under the same roof. Then the man should be in a different place. And the man is just, believing them. Now, this man stays a whole month without coming to see these children. The woman said, okay, no problem. As it had, the man was nonchalant about it. The woman was being hardened. Now, this man comes to court with evidence on his phone showing that the wife has always cheated and the wife is having extramarital affairs. So apparently that's what he told the church, and that's why the church came to say she is not humble, she is not submissive. And you see, one thing I hate about some churches is the fact that they talk about submission. Submission is both ways. Yes, submission is both ways. Go and read the Bible very, very well. When the Bible says that a man should love his wife while the wife should submit, the Bible also says submitting one to another. Submit one to yourselves. Submitting one to another, like submitting to yourselves. So a man should submit to the wife should submit to the husband. I don't believe it. In this thing that they say, oh, the woman alone should be the one doing submission. No, a man should respect the wife. The wife is submissive. The man should love. Yes, because the Bible says that it is difficult for a man, some men, to love their wives, and it's difficult for some wives to submit to their husbands. So when he puts out that thing, it doesn't mean that, oh, the wife must be the one to do everything. The man will not do anything. To the extent that, okay, now the Bible says that a man is the head of the family. You, this man that we are seeing your face, have you been the head of family? How have you won bread for the family? The woman does everything. And let me tell you something. When you leave your wife to win bread and do everything in the family, she can never respect you, because she will not start thinking like a man. Because she takes responsibility of the home. Things you are supposed to shoulder, she shoulders it. So that's why you will not get that respect you are looking for when you cannot bring anything fending for your children.